So the Wuthering Waves patch 3.2 livestream just ended, and I want to give my thoughts on it and what to expect in the upcoming patch. Despite how short the patch seems with only one limited character and a triple rerun banner on the second half, we have a lot of stuff in this patch, so let's just go through it. Anyway, before we get started, greetings, I'm Seraphlor. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Let's go ahead and dive into what to expect in patch 3.2. So first things first, we have the splash art for the patch. We got Sigrika right here in the center, very cool. So we are going to have a new main quest. From what we've seen in the trailer, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not that interested in the main quest, but I'm pretty sure it's going to have some cool stuff in it, and we'll see it a bit later. But for right now, I'm just not that interested in it. Mostly because Sigrika herself, even though she has my favorite designs out of the Lahai Roy characters that were shown off during the initial drip marketing, she's not my favorite in terms of gameplay, which we'll get into eventually too, and when it comes to her role in the story as of right now. I have a feeling that she'll grow on me as we get into the actual story, but for right now, I'm not too excited on her as I was initially. Let's go ahead and continue. So we do have a segue, just like with 3.1, and the segue is the after story. The after story, however, looks pretty interesting. We get to meet some upcoming resonators in the after story as well. And I think we'll also see one in the upcoming story as well. Anyway, so we're going to get some more Expedition Motorbike liveries, part 2 of the Persona collab. So we have Queen and Violet. So look forward to those two. And also End State Matrix. Double Pawn's Matrix is going to be permanent now. I mean, it kind of already was, but Double Pawn's Matrix was just like the prototype, I guess. But yeah, it's going to be permanent now. Sigillum's going to be our major boss for this one. And yeah, look forward to that. And also Hyvatia's going to be the hologram. And they went over a couple of optimizations here. And there we have some gaming optimizations, Expedition Motorbike optimizations, and the Echo upgrade and management. It's very extensive. You should give it a try in game. And graphics and performance. We can now change the render distance. I don't know if the render distance is going to help people on low-end cards or not, but it does sound pretty interesting. I just hope that the render distance that we have in the game right now is not the minimum render distance. Because if it is the minimum render distance, then this option is just useless for most of the player base. If the render distance we have in the game is not the minimum render distance, then this option will be very, very helpful. Let's continue. So, of course, we have Sigrika, and upcoming in her banner, she is going to be up with Cho Yuan. Cho Yuan's going to get his first rerun. Cho Yuan, I do believe he's going to be Sigrika's best in slot support, but either than that, he's not really that useful. Well, he is useful on Galbrena teams and with Frolova, of course, but outside of those two, yeah, Sigrika will probably be his best team, because with, from what I understand, with Galbrena, you just run Lupa. I pull Galbrena, but I don't have Cho Yuan or Lupa, so I guess I'm going to be saving up for Lupa. And for Lova has a lot of different teams, and I believe she uses Rochia. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have Lova either, but maybe Cho Yuan is just better on that team. So if you have Lova but you don't have Cho Yuan, maybe you should pull him. And then in Phase 2, we have Lene getting her first rerun, which is kind of crazy so soon. And then we get Zani and Peeb. Zani and Peeb, they are basically... provided you lose the 50-50, provided you lose the 50-50, and you reach 80 pity, you're looking at 320 lustrous tides, or whatever the premium currency is. The yellow eyes. Yeah, 320 yellow eyes to get both of them. Why do I say 320 yellow eyes to get both of them? Because Zani is half of a character. She is not a full character. She needs Phoebe in order to function at a base level. So if you're going to pull Zani, you need to pull Phoebe. It's non-negotiable. And if your luck is absolutely pitiful, you are going to be wasting 320 eyes just to get these two. So I don't recommend getting either of them, even though I have Zani at S3 and I like Zani a lot. It doesn't change the fact that she is a package deal. She is not a full character at S0. She's definitely not a full character at S6 either. Yeah, that's right. Sequence nodes do not make Zani's issues go away. They just give her more damage and some supporting. So don't think you can just, I'll just pull her sequence nodes and I'll be fine. No. Even at S6, she's going to need Peeb. Keep that in mind. So we have the new weapon for Sigrika. This is her Sig. It's pretty. Doesn't really look like a gauntlet. This is one of my problems with the gauntlet Sigs as of late. They don't really look like gauntlets or bracers or arm guards or bucklers or anything like that. They look way too abstract for the classification of weapon that they are. So while it does look pretty, it's not a gauntlet. It's a fashion item. That's what it is. Anyway, Phase 2, Spectrum Blaster, Blazing Justice, Luminous Hymn. I think the only one worth getting might be Luminous Hymn for Zani, for Phoebe and Zani teams, but aside from that, I don't think you need any of them. And of course, we have Cho Yuan's signature sword in Phase 1. Anyway, we have quite a few events. So we have the Rhythm Game event. It looks pretty interesting. We have our usual 7-day login event. We have the combat event, Knights of the Wild, which is basically a new version of Banners Never Fall. If you were around during patch 2.4 of Wuthering Waves, we had this open world combat event called Banners Never Fall, and it was a really fun event. And people were disappointed that we just never got an expansion on that ever again. So I'm really glad that they're bringing it back for Lahairoi. Very cool. And we have the Lahairoi blocks. It's Tetris. And we also have another weird mini game thing. And the Flaming Red in Memory. This is an upcoming event for Hiyuki, who is a character that we've seen in the trailer. And this is going to be all about her and her connection to the Threnodian. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And also, we have Whispers Between the Stars. This is an event where you get to know the Lahairoi characters even more. It seems like this is the replacement or like the olive branch for those who want companion quests back into the game. At least that's the impression that I got from this event. Moving on, we got Fleur de Lis and Cardathia merch. Too rich for my blood. I ain't buying any of this stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is everything for the upcoming patch. Did it say how long the patch is? It releases on the 19th of March. Let's see. Maybe the patch lasts until the 29th, so a little over a month. A month and some change, I guess. So yeah, I think it's about as long as a regular patch. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, this patch only has one resonator, and while we do get quite a few events, this does look like it's going to be a lighter patch. It doesn't seem like we're going to get a brand new area. It seems like, well, we are getting a new area per se, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be an explorable area where you collect treasure chests and other doodads and gimmicks in order to get pulls. I don't think it's going to be that type of area, but I think it will be one that we can go to and from after we finish the story. So yeah, that's pretty much everything with the upcoming patch. The story I'm not too excited on, but I'll probably be more excited when I play it. And I am definitely looking forward to the after story. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all around. Later.